is Coach Allie, and I'm here to talk to you guys about recovering after an illness or an injury and some tips on how to do that without having so much suffering continuing to occur in your life. Because when you get ill or you have an injury, it takes a while to recover, and you lose some things along the way. And depending upon how long you are sick for, you could potentially lose almost all of your life. So life recovery process is a huge part of it. I am currently myself in a life recovery process. I have had over the last couple of years just a lot of traumatic things happen, and learning how to coach myself through it has gotten me where I am right now, ready to help and try to coach you all again. So what I'm going to do is talk to you about these few things that I have done, my personal self, that have helped me kind of on my road to recovery to get back. Now, recovery of your life isn't always linear. It can be roller coastery, or as I like to liken it to, it's like climbing a mountain and thinking that you've reached the top of the summit and that you haven't. It's just there's more summit to go. So, life is sometimes it's just continuous uphill climbing, and you're tired and you're worn out, and the storm has tossed you about, and you have only had your faith to rely on. So, number one in this life recovery after injury or illness tips is stabilize your spiritual relationship with God. God will partner with you to heal your mind, your body, and your spirit. Put your faith and trust in Him, and study healing scriptures. It's super important. It's helped me a lot. There are great Bible apps you can get, and just type in healing scriptures, or you can Google it, and just kind of keep those in your mind. It will help you solidify your relationship with God and His promises for your life, so you can know that you have the healer on your side, and when you activate your internal healer, there's nothing that can stop your body from doing what it wants to do anyways, which is return to homeostasis, which is a state of health. So, balanced and everything. So, and then have an active prayer life. Ask others you trust to help you pray, because two are better than one, it says, and three-fold cord is not easily broken. So you ask other people that you trust to pray with you. There is real power in prayer. It is measurable and quantifiable. It does increase positive energy inside of your brain and creates great brain activity, which then goes into your body, creates production of healthy hormones, repairs damage, helps you create serotonin. Very, very good practice to do. Number two is allow yourself space to process your varied emotions. You are going to have many ups and downs. You're going to feel many things, sometimes too many things at once. Allow yourself the grace and the space to process those emotions. Notice the thoughts that are actively filling your mind. They're called thoughts, but they contain your beliefs and your feelings as well. So they're not just thoughts. Let's see. These things, believe you me, and you know as well, that your thoughts can make or break you, your thought life. So, filling your head with the positive scripture first before you process your emotions is actually the correct order. That way you have a framework with which to process these emotions and allow them to flow through you. You are not your feelings. Your feelings are fleeting, right? You are who you are. You know at your core what belongs in your life and what does not. And your anger is not forever. Your sadness is not forever. Those things that, neither, unfortunately, is happiness. Now, happiness is a state of mind, whereas joy is a state of being, which is totally different. And joy is a fruit of the Spirit. Happiness is not mentioned as a fruit of the Spirit. So joy and happiness are two totally different things. Work on creating healthy thoughts and based in and on a loving energy towards yourself and other people. That's, like I said, again, using scripture as a basis first, as a container with which to view these emotions and process these things, because other people are attached to them as well. It actually will help you be more loving and more gentle as you're going through these things, and help give you the empathy and compassion that your Christ heart has, because that's, Christ's nature, and Christ dwells inside you, so you have that nature as well. Yeah. Prayer also helps you regularly check back in with that beautiful, loving energy that is your Christian heart. So, and then the last thing for this segment, we're going to have a second part to come, but the last thing for this segment is working on your physical condition to even better than it was before. So you have this belief that because of the scripture and the promises of God, and because you process these emotions that are stuck traumas and things in your body, that you can create a better than before physical condition. There are many, many people, many videos of people who have been very damaged physically and that have risen up and fought really hard with their body to not lay down and not give up. They decided that they were going to strengthen and make it back to health and wholeness, and they have. People have walked again when they weren't able to. They believed, they had a belief that God would do that for them, would restore them, and they had to do the work as well. Because sometimes your healing isn't always instant. It almost always contains some sort of obedient instruction on your part, that when you're in your prayer life, God will impart to you about what He would like you to do, to continue to take self-care of yourself, which is where we're at here. You need to eat, you need to sleep, you need to hydrate, you need to move your body and learn new ways to nurture yourself. Self-care is so important to recovery and easing your stress. So, learning new ways to do that. You may not have had the healthiest coping mechanisms before. Lord knows I didn't. I was a cigarette smoker for 35 years. And as of April 5th, I am now cigarette-free. And I will be discussing that a lot more in future videos, because I think it's super important to share that story. But I do understand that, healing time for your body is super important, especially after you've damaged it quite a bit. So, I think it's very important to research your condition and what you are trying to recover from, whether it be an injury or an illness, or even sometimes grief that has taken a hold of you in your heart. Sometimes some of the self-care things are the same. So this particular segment could be helpful for people that are going through grief as well as the other two prior to the physical aspect of it as well. Let's see. Research your condition and then increase your tools to help you rest, rejuvenate, and relax. Your body heals in rest and digest mode, not in fight or flight. So you need to allow your body to switch into that mode to be able to do what it needs to do to activate recovery mode and cell regeneration, body detoxification, which is also required for you to have, a clean inside, to be able to process all of the dirt that's, and toxins and things that you've put in there. And when I say dirt, I mean toxins. I don't mean actual dirt. It just came out weird. But I mean, it actually, like with me, tobacco makes your lungs very dirty. So I was relating it also to myself to get the dirt out of my lungs, which I've been doing that for the past year. So it's taken some time. But I can tell the difference in my voice, in the way that I can sing, the way that I can walk without. I mean, I did really good as a smoker, but it's better now. So I'm definitely feeling lighter in my lung area because it has been cleaning itself out for the past year, and I think now it's finally starting to heal and rejuvenate. Learn to reduce your anxiety. We're definitely going to be doing a lot of videos about that because when you're sick, anxiety is greatly increased because usually sickness comes with increased financial challenges, increased family strains, broken relationships with your friends and community, lost ability to do activities that you loved once, and not enough energy to connect with the people that you care about and the things and places that you used to go. So, learning to reduce your anxiety in other ways is very important as well. And then connecting with others adds a huge extra benefit because it gives you the buddy system. And in the buddy system, you have accountability, someone, helping you along and helping themselves along because you don't want to let the other person down, or you don't, you're challenging each other and trying to one up each other, like competitive. There's two ways to kind of look at that. Partnering with a coach sometimes is when you don't have friends that are into the same health mode you find yourself in. Partnering with a holistic wellness coach, a life coach, is very helpful to people that are ready to make that transition and be guided through the process, as well as having a cheerleader, or some coaches are more drill sergeant like. I'm more cheerleader like, more nurturing, supportive, provider of information, teacher, and then also a very safe space of listening. So at this time, I think we're going to end with the 3, and then I'm going to add a few more for part 2 because we're almost at 13 minutes. But I am pretty excited to get this chapter of my life shared with the world because, it is not easy to come back from something that you physically never thought you could do. I am coming off of severe neck injuries, multiple of them, and then also recovering from mold disease, severe chronic cyclic vomiting syndrome. There's lots of symptoms, but at the end of the day, I have been learning how to recover and heal my body and keep it whole instead of completely falling apart all the time. Throughout the last few years, this has been going on. So my recovery line kind of goes along with the linear timeline of the thing that we all have been going through since 2020. So I have, along the way recorded things and whatever, and I'll probably start going through those and adding them to this channel because I think there's a lot of helpful information in there that just won't be current. But this is current as of today, which is April 9th, 2023. This is my new endeavor. I am Coach Allie with Love Your Life Holistic Wellness Coaching, and I look forward to partnering with you as your wellness ally to restore greater health and vitality and happiness and connectedness into your life. Thank you for your time. I appreciate y'all. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. See you next time.